Hi everyone, I'm Jacob Adams. I'm one of the trainers at Ultimate Fitness Center, also consultant with Advocare. So I'm here with Johnny, who he was one of the winners for our $1,000 cash giveaway to the person that lost the most body fat, improved their health the most. Okay, we did have two winners because there was a tie, and also this is the second time we're going to record this because it's the first time if YouTube failed to upload. So Johnny was generous enough with his time. Johnny, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Um, First, three kids, 11, 8, 6, wonderful kids. I'm from Westaco. I got a great wife. Kind of busy with, I work with Women of the World, it's a financial service company. So, um, kind of busy and stuff, but glad to have done this whole challenge. So,
Awesome. And so Johnny, what was the moment that you decided to like? Why did you decide to do the challenge? You know, I know there was $1,000 prize and everything. That's part of it, but why did you think this was for you? And we're asking so that way maybe other people. We're gonna have a challenge in January. You know, why should somebody do this, and why did you do it?
I mean, yeah, the money part was good. But it was more of the fact that it was 24 days. I like that, and that's probably what intrigued me the most because I thought I worked pretty well with short-term goals. So I thought it was a short-term goal that would work well, and especially for me, it was before the holidays when we did this. So I thought it'd be good to kind of drop some weight, and I mean everybody wants to drop that extra 10, 15 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, or it seems like everybody would like to, but so that short-term goal was probably the main thing though. That I thought, okay, 24 days I can knock this thing out.
Awesome. And that's what you told me last time, so I'm really happy that that really means something to you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually kind of cool. We're interviewing again, so you know what? That really means something to you.
Yeah.
Really, and that's really cool.
Right.
Habits are a big thing. I'm really into habits.
Yeah.
So I really, really agree into that.
Yeah.
Habits got to work for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was one reason you did that. Now, your overall strategy. You know, you talked to me a little bit about that. Uh, what was your strategy with your diet? You know, you already told me a little about it, but
the biggest the biggest thing on the diet part is knowledge and planning. So the more I knew, and that's why I did this too, because if I was going to do the challenge, I was going to be able to ask you questions, ask Jason questions, other people in the gym that have already that are very knowledgeable. So uh, that's big. The more you know, the better you're going to do. And then planning was the big thing. That was like I had to plan ahead. I got a pretty busy schedule. You know, the kids. You know, a lot of times we grab a pizza and they're eating pizza and I can't eat pizza. So how do I beat it? How do I beat just the normal? Hey, let me go get something.
temptation.
Well, it's a lot of times it's not temptation. It's I mean some of it is, but a lot of times it's hey, I'm on the go. Let me just go pick up a Whataburger. So like even if I would go to Whataburger, I'd get the chicken taco. They have a chicken taco, and I eat the chicken breast, but I wouldn't eat the tortilla. So um, I would always have like a plan. I'd always have like Planters mixed nuts,
Mm-hmm.
unsalted. I'd always have a protein shake. I'd always have something available. So a lot of what I did was adapt and plan ahead. So I was always kind of 1 or 2 days ahead on my meals. I knew hey, I'm gonna go grocery shop. I'll have a couple of I'll buy stuff that'll make it easier when I'm at home to cook. Like we didn't buy cookies and ice cream and stuff like that because that's too much temptation. I mean, you're probably gonna make the phone. So a lot of it's planning. That was my strategy, planning a lot.
That was awesome. Yeah. And adapting too. Last time we talked, you mentioned adapting.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up again.
Yeah.
So that's a big one I use myself.
Uh-huh.
So I really, really, I'm happy that you won and you were one. That was one of the things you used because that's a high. That's one of the key elements to success and staying with it.
The big thing I get with Advocare is pretty simple, and it's a basic, you know, nutrition guide, and it's perfect because so now we're removed 3 weeks from then, and a lot of the things I was doing then I'm doing now. One of the things I suggest highly is if you go to a restaurant, order something healthy, and then immediately ask for a box to go, cut your meal in half, and eat it 2 hours, 3 hours later. Um, but like last night, we ate at Jason's Deli, and I ordered a very healthy meal. And then I just cut out the ice cream. The kids went and grabbed ice cream, and I just said, okay, I'll do without the ice cream. So
You got to Jason Deli.
right,
You got
so
to
you
come
got
in.
it. So yeah, there's some sacrifice and stuff, but um, you just kind of as my body feels like it's adapted better to eating healthy, so I'm not so tempted. It wasn't a big deal to eat ice cream anymore. Um, so even when I'd go to like to the movies and the
Mhm.
kid, everybody's having popcorn, I would have Planters nuts. That's what I would eat. And so,
Awesome.
that and avocado was like the big two things. That avocado and chicken. I was
Awesome.
always eating that.
The avocado. You've got some really good points. I think that the avocado, the nuts, that adapting, going to restaurants, cutting things in half.
Yeah.
Those are some really big keys that I myself apply.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's great that you're telling people about that.
Also, like I don't drink Diet Cokes. I won't drink Coke. I'm not a big Coke guy, but I don't like Diet Coke because it makes me feel bloated, and so I would even stay away from Diet Cokes
Mhm.
because it didn't feel like my body could,
Flush it out.
flush it out. Probably, I don't know. I just didn't
I know what you're
feel
saying.
good. I mean, and if like we talk about knowledge, somebody told me that there's a preservative in there in Diet Coke that they used to embalm people, and I'm like, man, do I really want to
No,
put
no, it's
these
kind of
things
crazy.
in my body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
kind of a crazy
it
concept.
might sound extreme, but it's not. Once you start doing it, you can simplify stuff, and like it's not that difficult. You just got to get in the habit. So
It's cool, man.
yeah.
It's good that you're taking your health seriously
Mhm.
and more so.
Yeah.
Definitely, but definitely. Okay. And the Advocare program, how does it work? How does it actually, in a nutshell, without getting too much into it, you know, how does it work?
To me, it's pretty simple because it's not. It's very basic. The diet's simple. Stay away from certain things they ask you to stay away from for the first 10 days. Um, the stuff you take, you know, I've had other like cleansing systems. This one seems more natural. That you actually feel like you cleanse. Um, there's some stuff that it gives, some things there like the spark that gives you energy. I took nighttime recovery. That was in addition to, but that was great. So I felt like I slept well,
Mm-hmm.
woke up ready to go. Um, the meal replacements were awesome. So I guess the biggest thing is it was simple. Now the other thing too is that I think psychologically is once you invest a little bit of money in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little harder to give up. So when, a lot of times, like the New Year's, people start something, you don't invest anything in yourself, like you don't put any teeth in the game with money. I mean, I put some money into this, so I want to make sure to get the best out of it. Um, and then also the fact that the way the challenge works is, I think everybody likes to do competitive things and kind of get back to that. And there's there's a competitive side, but there's also like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, there's other people going on this journey with me. It helps. It's just like having a spotter, having a workout partner. I didn't have a workout partner the whole time, but knowing other people out there kind of doing it, it does help. Psychologically, I thought it helped. So.
Awesome. I think you have some really good points, Johnny. Just want to see how much time we have. I think we have about a minute or so left. And so, what would you say to people that are on the fence? What would you say to people, that were on the fence about doing exactly what you did, the challenge, or just a 24-day without even a reward, because that's like a rare thing. So a lot of people do it without it. But what would you say to people that are on the fence? Is this for me, this 24-day challenge? What would you say to them?
Well, I talked about like putting some teeth in the game. If investing a little bit of money, you should invest some money in yourself to improve your life. So, I mean, that's the only way. As far as you should invest in yourself, you should invest in eating healthier. Uh, you need help with some of these things like flushing your system. It's great. I mean, the cleansing your system, it works great. It's a great initial boost to get this thing going. I'm just a big believer in trying to balance out all your life, do things as best you can, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and so this kind of helps out with a couple of those things because yeah, physically you feel better, but emotionally, in 24 days, you commit to something 24 days, you feel a lot better. There's a huge reward and satisfaction to know that you've taken steps to better your life. So, golly, I mean, make your life a little better. 24 days. It's not asking too much to get something started. So,
Thank you so much, Johnny. It's been a lot of pleasure talking to you.
appreciate it, man.
Yep.
All right.
Let me see.